It's 24-21, remember. And Russell, who missed his last kick, but he certainly had the distance, is going to try again. New Zealand against Ireland. And we're set to go now, and Sandy McNeil gets this test match underway as Peter Russell puts it down deep inside the All Black 22, where it's immediately claimed by halfback and Strawn. He'll have fond memories of Carisbrook. Will Strawn played for Otago for a season or so. And now we go to the first line-outs of the game. Immediately the Irish have caught a short line-out, and Paddy Johns at the back has claimed it. Good work by the Irish. They win the first line-out, taken out by halfback Bradley. Away for flanker Michael Fitzgibbon. Caught in a head-high tackle by Richard Lowe. Referee checks and says it's okay. Now it's pumped ahead by Ireland once again. Early test for Greg Cooper here. Inside his 22, the ball bouncing loose. All Blacks a bit ruffled early on. Kick ahead by Bradley. What a great start by the Irish, Wayne Graham. It'll be Sean Fitzpatrick, the man with the Irish name, leading the All Blacks today. Ian Jones went high, but he got pushed. First penalty of the game. And it'll be a chance for Greg Cooper to clear Mick Galway. And Paddy Johns, they're the ball winners for Ireland today as Cooper clears for touch. Good start by the Irish, Stu Wilson. Referee wanted it thrown in again. It was the wrong ball that the Irish threw quickly, so they have to do it again through their hooker, Steve Smith. Again, they've gone long. Disruptive tactics. The All Blacks have come up against an Irish side who's thought a bit about this game and are applying early pressure. Low taps it back. Here comes Little on the blind side for the All Blacks. And cleared for touch off his left boot by Walter Little. Here they go again. Big one down the back. Well, they've won some good lineouts early on, the Irish. And the All Blacks haven't so far been in Ireland's territory. 3 minutes gone in the first half. 1 world of sport at Carisbrook. No score in the first test match. Coming back again for Bradley. Ireland have had all the balls so far. Here is Staples in the line. Just inside the All Black 22. Smith tries to keep it in the field of play. And in fact, Galway is in touch. Well, it's an early onslaught. The All Blacks having to absorb the pressure. Steve McDowell. He's in the front of the New Zealand line out against Popwell. Blair Larson just behind him. Further back, Ian Jones. He's in the middle of the line out. New Zealand looking for Jones again. The holding in the line out. Loose ball. Strawn has to go down on it. Snapped up by Galway for Ireland. They've got it again. The All Blacks have had no ball. Popwell. He's a good runner with the ball, this fellow. Now they're lined again. Could be a drop kick coming up here. Russell stationed himself for the drop kick. He got through the first tackle. Ireland carry on with it. This is a gutsy start by the Irish. Russell, chance here for Cunningham. Vinnie Cunningham. Well. The All Blacks haven't touched the ball and Vinnie Cunningham scores. There was a lovely blindside move, and Cunningham, who hasn't always looked that fleet-footed on this tour, saw the gap and through he went, and that's Ireland's first test try against the All Blacks since, believe it or not, 1973. Struck it beautifully. Marvellous kick. A wonderful start for the Irish. Cunningham scores the try. Russell converts. 6 points to 0. So Cooper, Ireland looking into the sun in the first half. Galway stretches up. All Blacks hunting for the ball. Here it comes, Tuigamala. Henderson's right there with him. So the All Blacks get a taste of the leather for the first time as they drive it over the 22. They're down by 6 points to 0 after a fabulous start by the Irish. Held up in the maul. Richard Lowe's got his head up there. He'll be holding it up and getting the other players to drive off him. Controlled play here by the Black 8. Very difficult for the Irish side to counter this. Here's Tuigamala coming again. Using him in very close early on. Now it's freed up for the backs to have their first run. Walter Little gets into the gap. 5 metres short of the line. The All Blacks will ruck it quickly if they can. Handed back to Strawn. Across for Clark. All Blacks turn to attack now, thumping away right in centre field. Strawn up again to Bunce. Cooper, they get onto him pretty quickly. Good solid midfield defence here by Ireland. Continuity play by the All Blacks though. They've held possession. It's coming back again. Aaron Penney didn't see it. And Strawn had to belt it up a couple of metres. And penalty. Not staying on their feet, said Sandy McNeil. And so the All Blacks have a penalty. Early test here for Greg Cooper on his favourite ground of Carisbrook. Oh, he's missed an easy one earlier. Good start by the Irish forwards, still leading by 6 points to 0. Oh, big scrum here from Ireland. Look at that, pushing the All Blacks back a few metres. Now Russell, going to shift it through the backs. There's a bit of space there too. Here's Furlong on the left wing side, chased by Henderson. Cooper also makes the tackle, but Ireland have got it and snaffled the loose ball. They're playing with real vitality here. Bradley brings it all, there's no one home. All Blacks in trouble again. Staples to score. Try number 2. Marvellous rugby from the Irish. Peter Russell. No mistakes. Karen Fitzgerald, the Irish coach, has got to be happy with that start. Jim Staples scores the second try, 12 points to 0. And believe it or not, in the long history of New Zealand versus Ireland, that's the most points Ireland have ever scored in a test against New Zealand, and they've taken just 14 minutes to do it. Fantastic start. One World of Sport live at Carisbrook in Dunedin. All Blacks winning a line-out, that's a rarity, but they have it under control, or have they? There's an Irishman in there. They might struggle to get this one back, the All Blacks. Looking pensive, Laurie Mains. All Blacks will get the scrum feed. Nobody in their wildest dreams considered that Ireland would score the opening 2 tries of this test match. Converted them both to lead by 12 to 0. Not only that, they deserve to be ahead by 12 to 0. Joseph comes off the back. Inside the 22. Strawn has trouble clearing. Then a good little burst. Fitzpatrick's had a good start to the game. Leading by example. Here come the runners. Henderson. Paul Henderson. That's a first test try for Paul Henderson. And now Greg Cooper of Otago. Well, that's a good reply by the All Blacks. They looked at the scoreboard a minute ago and saw 12-0. Then Henderson scored, Cooper converted, 12 points to 6. What'll they do here? Bradley to feed. They've set a very good scrum so far. Here goes Bradley. Across for Danaher. They walk over it nicely, Ireland. They've got the blind side. Russell's going to drop for goal. And he pushed it away to the right. Cooper will force. Well, it wasn't a difficult kick.
Well, I think the Irish really needed those 3 points.
Cooper kicks away downfield. Big run back for the man who just tried the kick. That was Peter Russell. And he just pushes it away to touch. Well, 15 to 6 it would have made it, Wayne Graham. And it wasn't difficult, was it? Paul Henderson at the back of the line out, the All Black try scorer, 12 points to 6. All sorts of holding and pushing going on. Oh, there's a fight going on way off the ball as a penalty goes against Ireland. I think we're going to see the touch judge have something to say here. Missed his first penalty attempt, Greg Cooper. And has missed his second. Steve Smith throws for Ireland. Not thrown in straight by Ireland, so the All Blacks have a good opportunity here. 15 metres in field and just 20 metres out from Ireland's line. 12 points to 6. Ireland lead. Cunningham and Staples have scored the tries. No tight heads in the game so far. Ireland have had the majority of put-ins. Strong. Penne has gone off the back. He'll have a charge. Jamie Joseph is there. Good run from Joseph. The All Blacks loose forwards combining well. Here's the next man up. That's Fitzpatrick. He's lowered in a good tackle. Now the ball, they lost control of it for a moment, the All Blacks. They've got it back though through Walter Little. Burrows close to the line. Well, still losing a bit of control. And looks like Danaher amongst that. And a little bit of claret around.
The runner a wee bit predictable, Stu. They're using it a lot, aren't they?
Absolutely. I wouldn't have taken that third runner on. I would have pushed that a bit wide.
The ball's not going to Kuhn at all.
12 points to 6. All Blacks have this attacking scrum right on the Irish line. Runners going everywhere. The ball's still held in the scrum though. Penne off the back. Big strong runner, Aaron Penne. Some solid rucking by the All Blacks. Strawn burrows in. Henderson standing immediate to his left. Little. Tuigamala. Good doubling by Clark. Bunce it is. Frank Bunce, second try.
From here, it's not a bad pass from Walter. Cut out Frankie Bunce. He does the loop. The guy that gets cut out must support the ball carrier. He loops around just a bit too much space. And he's in. That's the quiet Terminator working overtime. And I think that we may see in this next test, and this test and the one next week, Frank Bunce at his best. We have yet to see him run.
That's the first try for New Zealand for Frank Bunce. He scored one for Western Samoa at the World Cup. Greg Cooper now has the opportunity to bring the scores level again. So we're back where we started. Even Stevens, Frank Bunce has the try. The veteran from North Harbour. Greg Cooper has converted. It's 12 all.
Yeah, they're just too predictable, I think. They're just using it time and time again. I think they've got to use the backs as well. Mix it up a bit more.
Again, line-out tactics from Ireland. Winning ball for them. Quickly thrown. Bradley brings it out. Kerwin goes back looking for it. It might drift across the touchline on the full. No, it doesn't. In fact, Furlong nudged it on. And Strawn kicks it straight down the middle. So Staples, as the ball bounces across towards the touchline. Oh, he kicks a shocker. That's a terrible kick. Tuigamala. He's got to bring it this way. Lost forward by, I think it was Larson. Ireland have another chance. Here's Cunningham again. Carey, Cunningham. This will be another one for Vinnie Cunningham. Delight for the Irish. And it's 16 to 12.
Well, this all started from a very bad mistake by Vainga Tuigamala, who took it up the middle. Mate got tackled, lost the ball. Ireland sweep down the right-hand side. Just a change of direction here, and it's a straight run under the breadbasket. I mean, this is just basic errors made by the All Blacks, creating opportunities for the Irish. And for the first time on tour, they're actually capitalising on the opportunities.
Conversion made by Peter Russell. 18 points to 12. All Blacks using loose forwards again as Penne drives off Joseph. And a powerful drive again by the Irish forwards. They're getting them very low. Their body positions are good. Driving the All Blacks back in the rucks and the mauls. Now the All Blacks have it in the ruck. Little. Spies the gap ball to Little. Pops it up. Clark gets the try. Made by Little. Scored by Clark. 18 points to 16. What a test match. 18 points all. Coming up to half-time. Line out win. Charged again. Big charge coming again from the Irish pack. All Blacks rattle once more. Ireland have it. Bradley. Russell. Robinson is there. McCall, the new man. Now Bradley. Looked to bring it back on the blind side. Then angled the kick away. Little going back for the All Blacks. Furlong is there. And Walter Little forces. Time almost up on the clock. Scintillating first half of rugby. We've had 6 tries. 3 from each side, all converted, 18 all. Cooper thumps it down. McCall waits. He's the man that's replaced Danaher. Good tackle made by Henderson. Kicked ahead by Bradley. Strawn's had untidy ball to deal with. Pat Johns crashed it on for Ireland. My goodness, their forwards have gone well. Now Russell. And he has kicked it across. No, he hasn't. Bounced it out. Oh, goodness me. As Roddy Carey heads off to the goal line. It was, in fact, out on the full. And that is half-time, the end of the first 40 minutes of this test match. It's 18 points all. So 2 new men on the field. As Greg Cooper gets the second half underway, the All Blacks looking into the sun in the second half. And down it goes for Michael Bradley. Taken in by Walter Little for the All Blacks. Gets through the first tackle, Little, and is across the touchline. There's some reputations on the line here today. There was a bit of controversy when the team was announced last week. This will add fuel to the fire if the All Blacks can't put this last 40 minutes together. Popwell's a strong runner. Look at the way he drove the All Blacks back a couple of metres. Russell, Carey. Good charge again by Pat Johns. This is great play by the Irish. Here they go, blindside again. Shifted across. Fitzgibbon, number 7, 6 metres out from the All Black line, and they're hungry for the ball, the Irish. They've got it again, Bradley. McCall. Big man out in centre field is Johns. And offside against the All Blacks. Right in centre field and gift 3 points. Peter Russell right in front. Kieran Fitzgerald's Irish side lead the All Blacks by 21 points to 18. And we've been going now 5 minutes in the second half. Paul Henderson has been lively off the back. Ian Jones has won a line out. The All Blacks need more ball. That's pretty static stuff. Ironic Clark overwhelmed by the Irish side. And now the fight's on for the loose ball. The All Blacks made no progress at all there. They didn't get over the advantage line at all. Here goes Tiger. Inga the winger. Caught from behind. Stood up. Fitzpatrick's there. All Blacks have plenty of numbers. Inside the 22. Larson tries to give it back. Flag is up. All Blacks on attack. 13 minutes gone in the second half. Ireland leading by 21 points to 18. All Blacks win the line out this time. Straight out for Bunce. Bunce in the gap. Frank Bunce. All Blacks in front for the first time.
Yes, well-earned points for New Zealand. The defence of the Irish team has been tremendous, but that time they just drifted off Frank, and Frank could go straight through to the sticks to score the points.
Cooper lands the goal. Larson and Jones going high, and they knocked it on.
That's all about getting up in the air and Wayne, isn't it? Actually competing for that ball, trying to regain that ball.
Yes, the kickoff, the retention of possession from kickoffs from New Zealand has been poor. That time we saw, I think it was Larson went up, knocked it forward.
Let's have a look at this Irish scrum. It's been most impressive so far. It's still in the back of the scrum, so Strawn's got to be offside. Well, I think Strawn might argue that came out and went back in.
Well, the penalty's been given, Grant. 2 very bad mistakes from New Zealand. What's it going to do? It's going to give the Irish a chance to equal the score.
Looks pretty good. Just away to the side. Nervous times on the bench for the Irishman. Phil Danaher there. And the All Blacks maintain their 3-point lead. Robinson. Irishman peeling on to Brian Robinson, the number 8. Steve Smith belts his way past Jamie Joseph. Then Nick Popplewell. Good, strong Irish forward play here. Now Bradley takes it out. It's just, Smith is standing wide.
He's still playing for the advantage for Fitzpatrick being offside.
Well, another penalty opportunity here. And perhaps another chance for Peter Russell. It's 24-21, remember. And Russell, who missed his last kick, but he certainly had the distance, is going to try again. Russell seemed to get under it. Is it going to make it? Not quite. And he had the accuracy, but not quite the distance. Absorbing test match, 24 points to 21. There'll be a lot of words spoken after this game as it's analysed by the experts and others, no doubt, as Kerwin rides his man across the touchline.
Well, that's well read by John Kerwin. Drifted off one man onto the other. It just bundled him to touch. Just good defence. And that hurt. That hurt Neville Furlong.
Just a bit winded, I think. So time is almost up. The One World of Sport this afternoon, live from Carisbrook in Dunedin. Good take by Joseph. McDowell just out from the 22, but the strength of the Irish forward pack best shown there as Steve McDowell, the strong man of the All Black team, is smashed back.
The Irishmen are still working after 80 minutes, and that's it.
That is it. 24 points to 21. And who reckoned it would be 50 or 60 points? It's a 3-point victory for the All Blacks, but I think most of the kudos would go to Ireland, who put on a tremendous performance against all odds here today, and in the end ended up losing by just the 3. 24 points to 21. Paul Henderson, Frank Bunce 2, and Ronnie Clark got tries for the All Blacks. They were all converted by Greg Cooper. In the meantime, it was Vinnie Cunningham who got a couple, Jim Staples the other, 3 conversions and a penalty by Peter Russell, and that was the extent of the scoring in what really was, Wayne Graham, an absorbing test match.